let us create a local cluster in preparation for our Helm series. So how do we do that? Local cluster is, there are so many tools to do that. Things like Minikube, KinD, all of that really. But today I've decided to go with KinD. Let's see how it goes. How do you do that? You just need to first of all install KinD. So just do brew install. Obviously I'm working on a MacBook. Brew install KinD on your machine, press and enter. This will go ahead and install KinD on your machine. And just it will take a minute, and now it says already that I already have KinD installed. Perfect. So now that KinD is installed, so if you do KinD minus version, just to see if it's going to come up, it tells me now that I have KinD version 0.24 on my machine. This is really good because this is prerequisite to like creating a cluster on your machine. The second thing you need to have locally on your machine to really create a cluster is to make sure that you already have Docker. On my machine here, you can see that I already have Docker installed, Docker desktop in case of MacBook really. So these are two essential things you need to have on your machine. Now let's go ahead and create this cluster on our local machine. So the first thing we need to do is to say KinD create here cluster. And once you type this and press an enter here, this will go ahead and automatically create a cluster for you. It's really that easy. But hey, there are a few things that will be missing. Sometimes you may want a special configurations, you may want to prepare some things, do some networkings and things like that. So that is why you may not want this default one. So but then here it is really. So you've now created yourself a cluster. So if I copy this and paste, press and enter, it gives me all of the core DNS and things, and it tells me really that I now have a cluster. In fact, if I go into this Docker desktop here and then go to the context right here really, you see that a KinD was created. But hey, you may not really want this option. There's a second way of how to create that. You can just create a YAML file on any directory on your machine, as I have just done here, and just copy this from the internet and just paste it. In this case, you have options. In fact, if I start from the below, you have options to like increase or decrease the number of workers that you want to have in this cluster. You also have choice to like properly just pimp up your control plane. Here in this control plane, I can then, here I am just exposing in Nginx, so that obviously over time when I start working with Nginx, it will let me do. I'm also sort of mapping some extra port mappings that obviously I want them to, from the host port to container port of 80 for anything that to go with them non-secure port, and then 4434 secure port really. So I mean, there are also options for you to like do a few things here. I mean, go to their website here. Let me show you a few things here. This is KinD website. Just come here and you can see more options. Just read around, and there are a few things here that you can do. Okay, so now that's out of the way now. So if I now go here and if you really want to create it with this special configuration scripts here, as we said, instead of saying KinD create cluster and ending it there, you can then go ahead now and just put config and then specify the file path for this. Then this one will create you a brand new cluster with all of this special configuration that you listed out here. In this case, it's a three node cluster with ingress ready control plane, and obviously extra port mapping for the workers really. So that's a nice one. So if I do this, it's gonna go ahead and create me like a very custom made cluster. There you go. So this is it takes a minute or two, but things should really be so it's joining up the worker nodes, but then things should really, yeah, there you go. So that's done. And if I then go back again and just go here, copy paste and press and enter, you see that it's ready. In fact, I can go ahead and run some kubectl like get port, something like that. It tells you. So you see, we're not getting error. It just says there's no results found for that, which means we are now ready to begin to deploy things. Thank you.